Howdy, my name is John Oliver. Today is August 29, 2014. It's just a little after 3 p.m. Coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Title of this obviously is 5 cities in 3 countries. These are cities and countries that I plan to go to on the road trips to enroll support to relieve severe poverty in remote villages in developing countries. There's other presentations, other videos, and other text documents and blogs that give more context, and there's an Indiegogo crowdfunding source, crowdfunding platform that deals with that. And those 5 cities are College Station, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Plano, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Countries are India, Philippines, and Australia. The first city that I considered this about was College Station. That is the home of Texas A&M University. It's partway between Dallas and Houston. And one of the reasons that it appealed, there's several reasons it appealed to me. And I got a list here. The Japanese auto manufacturers, when they were trying to, many years ago, to address the trade imbalance, they were said, well, if you would come over here to the U.S. and make your autos, then we would count that against you. So that Honda and Toyota and others came over here, they looked around, and one of their criteria, major criteria, was to locate near the labor base. They could have located near the supplies of steel or the customers, but the labor base. And that really stuck with me. And I believe that article was they chose to put their initial plants near in the Appalachia, where they had lots of workers, skilled workers, and the textile industries had moved overseas. So I thought, I've always been looking for where's my labor base. And in this instance, college students are my labor base in terms of many, many, many volunteers. I can't nearly pay all people for all the work that needs to be done. And why Texas A&M in particular is that many of them grew up on farms and ranches, and were dealing with subsistence farmers. So they understand about chickens and pigs and goats and frost and mites and all the things that farmers and ranchers deal with. And they have, it's a large facility, it's a large base to draw upon, and they're really, really good with engineering education. They raise up a lot of teachers and business school. So, and I need the rudiments of those, not advanced, but the very, very, very basics. So therefore freshmen could help, and others too, of course, upperclassmen. They have a great esprit de corps. I mean, Aggies really hang together as graduates and all over, so those things appeal to me. And it's in a, anyway, I like its mild climate. I like mild climates, by the way, personally. The other one that I consider is Arlington, Texas, because my understanding is that their churches and different denominations are working together. And that's one of the important things, is that I want to bring together people, Lutherans and Baptists and charismatics and non-denominational and fundamentalists and unchurched people, and come in a collaborative, cooperative way. And my understanding is they're doing a great work there. So I've considered that. When I say Plano, I mean the Plano area, Plano, Texas. I mean, up there in Plano, there's also Richardson and Frisco and Ferris, and I don't even know. There's a whole bunch of little cities up there. So maybe Plano itself, but all up there, and so they're really big into business. They're solid Christians, very evangelical, conservative Christians, and they're big about money and business oriented. And so I could locate there, and that would be good. But and a lot of wealthy people live up there, so I could be good with donations. Is that a smart place to locate? Maybe so, maybe not. It is an important consideration. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I've been attending an online church called Life Church. They record the senior pastor. They're come up on 20 campuses in several states, but they record the best Saturday night message, and they put it online, and then I watch it Sunday morning, and I get together with an online small group using video conferencing, kind of like Skype. We use actually Zoom. what I'm using here, to discuss the notes that the church provides, very provocative questions related to the outline of the sermon. So he gets to rethink and discuss the sermon again. It's a great group. We have a Facebook page. We keep in touch through the week. But they're really big in digital outreach. They're very, very powerful with prayer. They have a vision for the nations. So I'm dealing with a global situation here. And I don't, and this is the only church I know of that is using technology in such a remarkable, amazing way. Again, I want to emphasize that my intention is to always remain, for our stewardship community, to always remain independent of any church or denomination or parachurch or anything, in order to serve kind of like as the mortar between the bricks and a brick wall. To be able to stand and be the glue or the mortar or that pulls them together. And one of the times that it really came home to me was after the Hurricane Katrina. Many organizations went to the Gulf Coast to help, but there's no way to know what was happening or wasn't happening or who was where. And it was a logistical communication media issue, and there was a lot of really patchy understanding the first early into that. And I thought I wanted to be that stood in the midst, that offers something of significance and value, but part of what I want to offer is how to bring together the church and the parachurch and the government agencies, and so you'll see later. I'm really fine, and I've shown in the presentation, to offer the community center libraries to be offered at mosques and Buddhist temples and I don't care, atheists, whatever, and they can omit the Christian element if they wish, because part of me is a humanitarian and part of me is an educator. I want children to read. I want people to eat and have an income and improve their lifestyle. And Christianity is also important, but you don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to opt the Christian way. And some churches and elders would balk at that. And some churches and elders and denominations would not be willing to take as many risks as I am, very high risk potential. So there's enough said about that, but I would go there because of that church, to affiliate and but remain as an independent organization. I have my own board of directors and my own funding, my own governance, and all that kind of good stuff. So again, I'm at a community college, and that class just let out, so you got a little